my God, nigga.
So long for this, and finally it's time to get this season underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Judicials offense takes the field to start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. That's a big test for him.
Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. There we go.
Bulldozes his way through. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. On the option, he'll toss it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Unloads quickly. Turning it on. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They're running. It's Tyson. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Skips away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. The hands. The feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. They strike first in that opening drive of the season but would not have gone back.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Run it with the fullback. Slithers into space. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. One final play before the end of the quarter. The option look. Powers through the defender. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Trying play action. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Judicials line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's caught inside the 30. This defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. When a defense is backed up like this, you've got nothing to lose anyway. They're aggressive and create the negative play.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, Reese, and it seems like at this point on the field, they're actually starting to dictate to the offense.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
else is happening in college football this weekend? Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 10 over Marshall. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got...
Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Judicials come to the line with a new set of downs. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Sends it back in motion. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He leaves it with his back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
How about the turn of events there? You're going to go play defense. You don't even have the football anymore, but what do? You scoop it up. You almost put the ball in the end zone. You go inside the 10 and set your offense up. What a momentum swing.
He's going for the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The 18 unit end zone. It's low. And the returner will be dragged down. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 45. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running behind that left side. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Off play action. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield.
And with the lead late in this game, how about going play action? The run fake just freezes the defenders for a split second, helps make the throw a whole lot easier. They get the first down, and tick, 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 tick.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try to run, and he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's in for a touchdown.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Behind the line, it's York. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the change now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 38 over Marshall. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the outside to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen and hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets the back moving. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give them as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Hunt is on its way. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.